It is cold, and I am freezing. I shouldn't be, because I am not alive. I am in an ice labyrinth. It feels like I have been here before, and it feels like I shouldn't be here. My friends are with me. They are looking at their reflections in the walls of ice and discuss what they mean. In their reflections, they look different, older, and wiser. They wear the robes of sensei. Jay seems ecstatic that his reflection has an eye patch. He thinks it is cool. Then there is a change in his mood and he seems to be hiding something. We haven't been the best of friends lately. I try not to think too much about it. As I walk up to the ice wall, I wonder about my own reflection. I look alive again and it doesn't quite make sense. My hands are glowing bright orange, but what really catches my eye is something on my forehead. A small green scar. I get really close to get a good look, and realize that there is something moving inside it. It starts to glow. I am blinded by light as I stare into an abyss. My friends and I have seen many strange things and places, but this one takes the cake. Faces float by in a constant twisting maelstrom of green. They are hard to make out, but some seem familiar to me, and I hear a voice I have not heard in a long time. It is calling my name over and over. It hurts deep inside, so I take a step back from the wall, but my reflection doesn't respond. He just stands there, staring coldly back at me. The scar on his forehead starts to convulse. First, just a bit, but then more violently, and then my entire head splits open. It is unbearable to watch, but I find myself unable to look away. The headless body falls to the ground without a sound, but the scar remains floating in midair. I tried to turn away, but now I can't move. My friends are still chatting, but it seems like their voices are a million miles away. I realize this is the end. The scar keeps growing, and now it is as big as me. I just stand there. As it leaves the ice wall, it comes at me and consumes me. Everything goes green. This is when I wake up. It always is. I must have had this dream 100 times, but I have never told anyone about it. It's my secret, and there seems to be a lot of those lately. I am in my home in our yard, an old temple floating 300 yards above ground. We don't know why. It just did one day. I suspect Jay and Nia know something about it somehow. They have been really close lately, sometimes playful and clearly in love, but other times they seem bewildered, talking in hushed voices, and they seem to be examining the temple grounds. I am happy for them, but it is also disturbing. I know something about the temple of air jitsu as well. It is still haunted. I could tell the others, but it would freak out Jay, so I kept it to myself. Secrets. Waking up tonight is different though. My room is bathed in a bright green light. It reminds me of how Lloyd's eyes have started changing after Master Wu went missing. He trains alone so intensely, and he is really connecting with his powers, whatever it is. He has done well filling in after Master Wu, but he is clearly not comfortable with it. After a few seconds of trying to find the source of the green light, I realize the source is me. The light comes from me, from the scar on my forehead, and that's not the only thing which is different. By the window, the ghost of Master Yang floats in midair. I get the feeling that he has been watching me for a while. There is an expression of sadness on his face, which I haven't seen since that night on top of the temple. The night he intended to curse me, but ended up saving me. I became mortal again, and he chose to remain behind as the master of the house. Or tried to save me, as I am about to be told. After an uncomfortable silence, I ask him about my glowing scar. His voice quivers as he speaks, and the answer cuts me like a knife. My dear Cole, that's not a scar. It's a rift, and it will open soon.